Hope you guys had fun listening to Bulbacast. I thought it was very well. Thought it was always fun to talk about reaction events, big events, and stuff. I always have a fun time. I hope you guys did too. Go ahead, Death. Still doing things.
No, you said hope you had fun. I was like,
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to come on next time.
It was all right.
you know,
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. All right. Cool.
maybe if you weren't there.
Hey, man, I run the show. I have to be there. Unfortunately. Unfortunately for you, that is. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of the Caps Lock. Lots has happened in the last episode. We had two deaths in the second gym. Had our starter Epic die to a crit, and we had our Pat Rat die to a sacrifice. So we're rolling with the trio of Herdier, Coughing, and Pedov. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Beat the Elite Four with this team.
I mean, using a pet trap for sacrifice is about the best use you're gonna get out of it.
Hey, you know, people have said this. I disagree because I actually had quite a good use of Pat Rat out of Pat Rat in my white Nuzlocke. Because he learns like Pat Rat learns Crunch at like level 16. Super high powered attack move. And the Pat Rat that I had in this run was a plus attack Pat Rat, so it was really good. But alas. What are you gonna do?
Doesn't Herdier also have crunch?
Herdier gets takedown. If he gets crunch, I haven't gotten it.
Also, apparently this is still a Bulbacast. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, is it? Oh crap. Got over, but I guess I did.
I think it would list our game as just Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it's like the catch-all for like whenever Pokemon, Twitch.tv/Pokemon, like plays like movies or reruns of the show, or something.
Category just for them.
Also, we also have Hilbert here. Say hello, Hilbert.
Hello.
Chilling after the bull.
Much to think about.
Indeed. Much to think about, much to consider. Pokemon Day. Yippee! I should probably keep that tag on, shouldn't I? KR asks People's question, you want 3 new megas or 3 regional variants? I say, why not both?
Regional variants. Don't ever give me more megas. Get rid of them. I want less megas.
You know, if they're gonna add megas, I want them to actually utilize them. My biggest problem with X and Y is that there were like 4 megas you had access to, and 2 of them you got for free. It's like, come on, man.
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My issue with megas is that they were very poorly implemented. Not just the way you just said, where you couldn't even use them, like in a regular playthrough, but they were given to Pokemon that just didn't need them. Like, there's so many Pokemon that could use help, and they just didn't get them. Instead, they gave Charizard 2 of them, they gave Garchomp a useless one, Salamence one of them. Like, these Pokemon don't need help. Mega Beedrill? Great. Mega Pidgeot? Great.
God, we have to do this quest.
What about Mega Magnezone?
Uvo. Now, what do you think about Mega Magnezone?
I don't think it would really do anything, because Magnezone's best use is Magnet Pull. The only thing I could see is if they were going to do a Mega Magnezone, they better give it a lot more speed, a lot more special attack, just make it an absolutely ridiculously fast special attacker, and give it Levitate.
I was going to say, it needs Levitate.
Even regular Magnezone needs Levitate.
True.
Like, I don't understand how we have Magnemite, a Pokemon where almost every single one of its dex entries mentions it floating in air, and it doesn't have Levitate.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. But, I mean, if it didn't have if it didn't have levitate, like, what would be the point of magnet? Which came first, levitate or magnet?
Levitate. I am not kidding when I think Magnet Rise was created solely because of backlash from people like me.
Fair enough.
Like, why is it called Magnet Rise? They could just call it, I don't know,
Float?
anti-gravity. Float. Like, I mean, magnets do rise, but you don't just, magnet rise is such a nothing term.
Like, repel or something. Then you'd get confused with, like, the item.
Yeah.
But, Hilbert, what do you think? Regional variants or megas?
I kind of personally prefer regional variants because I think they can do so much in terms of like design with respect to the region they're in, and I think so far they've done a great job with the regional variants they've come up with.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of promise for it, even in the market. I mean, we had that.
Yeah, we can have both. It's fine.
We had that in Arc.
That is a worrying point, though, that we got regional variants in Legends Arceus because it was old, it was Hisui, it wasn't Sinnoh. Now we're going to be in Lumiose, which already exists, and we've already been there. So, can we really have, Kalosian or Lumiosian?
Lumiosian would.
Yeah.
Regional variant set only in the city itself.
Yeah, they evolved to be completely domesticated to city life.
Yeah,
is how it's gonna go.
I mean, it'd be funny if they took a Pokemon Antler, made it docile.
I don't think we're gonna get anything for Stantler because Stantler just got an evolution.
I'm saying general.
Durant, maybe, but yeah, I guess, cities, ants, yeah, okay.
Oh, Normans asks, what starters y'all gonna pick if you get Legends? We didn't necessarily answer this at the top of Bulbacast, and I did see your question, Norm. I just didn't answer it because I didn't ask it because we had talked a lot about the starters, so I didn't want to beat it to a pulp. I guess what's the term I'm looking for? You guys know. Beat a dead horse. There we go. Beat a dead Rapidash. But I will be picking my boy.
We talked about this on two different occasions. We talked about it on the Bulbacast prior to the charity, and then we talked about it during one of my charity streams about what starters we think would be in the game. And we 100% nailed two of them with Chikorita and Tepig. Like, we said those were like the ones. We were dead right on that, and I think we should pat ourselves in the back.
Genuinely.
And even then, yeah, you were there. Like, we nailed it. And we did mention Totodile, but we were like, nah, they're not going to do two Johto Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
it's funny too because I saw a tweet that was like, "Oh, nobody expected them to put two Johto Pokemon in there." I was like, "We called that. So, it sucks though because I didn't get I'll be honest with you, I didn't get the presents predictions up in time on YouTube, so I can't point to it. That's still part of the footage that I've been going. I've gotten that up beforehand. I didn't think about it until an hour before the cast. I was like, oh crap, I should have put the predictions cast up first. Yeah, I mean, it'll still be useful because we can look back and see, hey, we got this right. But
the pig.
The pig. Oh, le pig.
That's what Black said. KR Black said. A Kalausian Tepig is called a Le Pig.
Yeah. I think Fleur de Lis.
I'll say this much.
Given. I hope it is. There's
So,
that leaked mega
I'll say
that kind of like. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a leaked mega? Whatever. I'll say this much is, as much. So the answer to the question of which starter I intend to choose, the short answer is Totodile. You know, but the real answer is I always do this, and people can bash me all you want. I never choose until I see the whole evolution line, the typings, the stats, the moves. I like to get the whole. I'm a stats guy. This is why I ran Bulbapedia for a while. You know, I want to know what I'm getting into. So, short answer, Totodile, because I love Totodile. But if they do give them regional, regional changes to the final evolutions, I want to know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
And to that end, I'm sorry, no, Hilbert, I was waiting for you to jump in there. But to at least just finish off what I was saying is if all we do is get megas for these Pokemon, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll just try to tell you, I will be pissed.
And what if they get new typings alongside them?
No, because megas don't count. They're not real Pokemon. You can't take your Mega Meganium to the store with you.
What if I gave him a... What if I got into a battle with something and then just walked into the store and then used the Mega Stone? I feel like I could technically do that if Pokemon were real.
First off, you'd be a bad trainer, for one thing. And second, you'd be a very bad trainer, because don't you remember, Mega Evolution is extremely painful for Pokemon.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I was unaware of that part of XY lore. That's fine. Oops. I would never do that.
You're gonna Mega Evolve. You're gonna Mega Evolve your Meganium, and be like, "All right, let's go to the store." And your Meganium's like, "I just want to stop."
Meganium's gonna be like rolling around in pain, like, ah!
Yeah, Mega Embor is gonna start like punching stuff.
Yeah. He'll like slide tackle the store, like go head first into the stuff.
Yeah, we'll save those for the wild areas.
I think that they picked these Pokemon because of all the starters. These are the ones that have so much room for potential.
I agree.
It gives. Yeah, I've said it before. You know, Caps and I have gone head to head in how much I hate the Chikorita line, like feverishly, because I think it's an absolutely useless Pokemon. Hello, Vendretti.
Hi, Vendretti.
Embor, I think, is a cool Pokemon, but is just completely and totally outclassed by so many other things, including the other two fire fighting starters. And as much as I absolutely love Feraligatr, especially with sheer force, it doesn't hit the same way as it used to. So that's kind of a weak argument there. I think Feraligatr is actually kind of fine, but I'll be up for more, Gator time, if you will. So yeah, I want. That was actually the name of a competitive moveset that was common with Feraligatr for a while, and I always love it so much. So anytime Feraligatr comes up, it's Gator time. But yeah,
I want to see
fun.
fan art of a Feraligatr riding a skateboard.
I mean, thanks to Twitch Plays Pokemon, we got a lot of fan art of Feraligatr as that Cyclops from X-Men.
Oh, that's true.
Laser Gator.
I think we could give it like roller skates or something, because those were a thing in X and Y.
True.
Heck yeah.
But Hilbert, you didn't tell us. What starter are you going to pick?
I'm a Tepig fan to the end. That's just my personal bias.
Yeah.
That was
do you
the first
think Tepig-
starter I ever chose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, Embor can't be outclassed as a firefighting starter if the other two firefighting starters don't exist in the game. So
Fair.
He can have his
I
time
will-
to shine.
I will also point out that although I think in a viability standpoint, while I think Infernape is the more viable Pokemon, I prefer Emboar. I actually don't like Infernape at all.
I kind of agree with you. I'm not a huge fan of Inferno. I really like both Torterra and what's the other one? Blaziken? Yeah, I never liked Blaziken. I was a Swamp guy.
Okay, hang on a second. Your sound point of view with Infernape, but Blaziken's awesome.
Man, I don't know. I don't have like the ant stuff because like May has a Blaziken. Am I off base?
Yes, I didn't like it from the anime. I liked it from the games.
Well, I mean, I always liked Mudkip because the amount of absolute in Gen 3 route. I don't know, man. I just have a, and I also did get Red Rescue Team.
You and your mystery dungeon.
Look, okay, they really do a good job, like reeling you in. Once I'm cutting out again, I'll talk closer to the mic, and turn my gain. I don't know what the problem is, guys. Genuinely, I don't know.
The man trying to shut you down.
Big Bulba trying to shut me down.
Yeah, all your opinions.
Yeah, they hate to hear my opinions on Mudkip. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my microphone. Okay, it's just been completely random. But anyway, yeah, no, they do a good job of in Mystery Dungeon being like, hey, we're gonna make you take this personality test, and this Pokemon, you are that Pokemon. And so I don't think I'm out of the realm of possibility at all when I say like Mystery Dungeon genuinely does have an effect on me.
I'll play it eventually.
You know what I could be? Hold on. I think I know what the issue is. My mic. I think my noise gate is too low. Well, I appreciate you guys telling me that.
I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'm probably gonna have to cut out myself. So there was something I thought about bringing up during the cast. I didn't know at the time, and I'm not sure it would have been worth bringing up anyway. But here, I can waste Cap's time, and I love wasting Cap's time.
He does.
So,
this is proven to be true.
So I actually set my alarm this morning to watch the stream, and I woke up. And from my bed, I turned on my phone to the live stream, and I immediately fell back asleep. I missed almost the whole thing.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually woke up during the ZA portion of the trailer. So hey, you know what? I missed all the crap, and that's kind of what I was going to talk about. So, I got up and had some breakfast, and while I was eating breakfast, I watched the whole presents again on YouTube, but I had the chat replay up because I love seeing community reactions to things. Shout out Twitch chat. So I do want to point out, again, this probably wasn't really worth bringing up during the Bulbacast. Every time they talked about one of the mobile games or Pokemon Unite, the entire chat was just like, boo, get this off the screen.
Here's the thing though, like I think they recognize that. I think they recognize that because they did such a... look, okay? I agree with you. Get it off my screen. I don't care about it. But at the same time, it was so much better handled this time around because they had like... they were really quick about it. In some instances, like even too quick. They would put something on the screen and I would try and read it and it would be off the screen by the time it was like... by the time I was like done reading it. Like it was... Like, they moved through that. So I think they know that people aren't a huge fan of the mobile stuff happening during these big presents. And they're trying different options and strategies to get through it. If you go back and watch it, you'll see what I mean. Like, they move through it really, really quickly, and I think it's a great idea. It's good. So,
I agree, but to that end, is it worth bringing up at all at that point? Like, if nobody's gonna care, if this is something they could just release in a press release on social media or on the YouTube channel.
I mean, like yeah, but I get it though, because it's like sometimes people forget that these things exist, and it's like, you know, they know that they've got more eyes on them than they ever would doing anything like that. So, because people are hyped for the new games and stuff. So it's like, I understand why they would, you know, make a big scene about
I'm complaining, but I get it. Yeah, like,
them.
I'm saying it's dumb, but at the same time, I know exactly why they're doing it, and I don't even blame them.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll say this much, is when they showed the animation of Primal, Kyogre, and Groudon, and people were like, "Oh man, what's this? This is so cool!" And then it goes into,
oh no,
what are their names? May
Masters.
and Brendan.
Yeah, May and Brendan.
Masters.
Masters.
Yeah. That was like a roller coaster of emotions for the chat, because it's like, "Oh man, what's this?" And then nothing.
Yeah, I feel that. Look, okay, I know Masters has its fans. Actually, what do I want to get here? Hold on. I don't think it matters yet. I'm not going to even get that because my starter's dead, so it doesn't matter. But I know that it has its fans, and like obviously, like we have staff members who really, really love the mobile games. But like, I'm sorry, you know, it's just the majority of fans. It's not like I'm sorry, Storm. I'm sorry. I feel like most of the Pokemon fan base doesn't care about the mobile games. I say this as a Go player. I'm not like super invested in it. I love TCG Pocket too. I think that the trading card gacha is a lot of fun, and it prevents me from going out to the store and spending $800 on a single trading card pack in hopes of pulling a 4. I get it. I promise. But to the majority of people, it's not as interesting as the main series games. The same is true for stuff like the anime. I hate to say it, but I feel like the anime is not anywhere close to as popular as it was. So it's like...
Not even close.
So it's like people don't necessarily care about stuff like that. Now, something like Concierge, which is new and interesting and has a really distinct art style and was really well received, I think is a little different. Because, I got a duck. Hilbert's gonna throw hands at me.
That's my pursing my lips. I'm staying quiet.
But like, I don't know, man. It's like, I'm not surprised at the reactions for it. You know, it's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm dumb. Please don't die, Pidove. I'm sitting here ranting, tapping my screen. And that's the other thing too, Storm, is like if you're gonna focus on the mobile games, focus on the ones that people are actually playing. Focus on Go, focus on Masters, focus on Pocket. Don't talk about Cafe Remix, nobody plays that game. Don't talk about Unite, nobody cares about that game. Unfortunately, I actually happen to like
Unite.
But like, yeah, it's like, please, like, you gotta kill some of them. Like, they've already killed 3 mobile games, 2.5, because they kind of killed Shuffle. It's not dead, but it's basically dead.
But here's the problem: is although I agree with like all the stuff you're saying, these games are making money, so they don't have a choice.
The art, I want to see the money. I know Masters continues to make money, and I know that's true because it's a gacha. People love gachas. I love gachas, right? I don't give a shit.
Gambling.
Indeed. But Like, I want to see how much money Cafe Remix is pulling in. Looks at 4 years into its lifespan? It's a game. It's a worse version of Shuffle. You go there, it's a worse version of Shuffle and Ranger. You go there and you draw circles, but it's not fun like it is in Ranger.
See, confession, I genuinely have no idea what Cafe Remix is. Like, I know of it. If you showed me a picture of it, I don't think I'd be able to identify it. I have no idea what Cafe Remix is.
I downloaded it.
The game looks pretty, but you just draw circles.
Yeah, and it's like you make food, I think. I don't know.
So
At the cafe, I hope so.
Yeah.
I want to highlight the point I'm half trying to make here.
Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
By
take
using
over.
No, it's fine because we're all just we're just this ain't the Bulbacast. We're just fucking around. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't say that on the.
Oh,
Bulbagarden
don't
channel.
say that.
We're just screwing around. Yeah,
Beep.
we're just screwing around. Yeah.
We got up our ratings now.
Yeah, you guys didn't hear that. Anyway.
Not for kids.
Yeah. So when Champions was announced, and everybody, and during that preview animation is like, oh man, is this gonna be the next iteration of Stadium? The next, what's it gonna be? 3D battling, and then it shows a phone. I'm like, oh well, this is worthless then, because what I can assure you, this is why I didn't get to elaborate on this. I promise I won't go off on too much of a tangent, but this game, in my opinion, like it can't be the next big thing, as Archaic was saying, because it has to run on phones.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Like, there's no way.
You're right.
And to further hammer my point is, people are saying, oh, it's going to be the next Stadium. We're going to get the Poke Cup and all yada yada, all this extra content. No, I don't think we are, because it has to be on a phone. Like, this is going to be a bare bones battling simulator, and that's fine. Like, that's fine, but it's not gonna. I personally don't see it coming anywhere close to what people are suggesting it's going to be, because it's a phone game. And I'm gonna end my point with this: is I can plug in my Pokemon Stadium cartridge into my N64 and play it right now. I can plug in my Pokemon XD. If I had Pokemon Battle Revolution, I would plug that in, and I could play that. You're not going to be able to do that with Pokemon Champions. This is going to be just a little thing off to the side for having some battles, and I think people are reading way too far into it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. But here's the thing here's the thing that makes me mad, actually, about Champions. And granted, again, we don't know anything about it. We know it exists. That trailer told us nothing, right? So who knows? Maybe it is the next big thing, right? But I think you're right. It's probably not, right? Caveat, right? That's the axiom that we're working with, right? However,
and to be clear, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, you could be. However, I do think that it has so much potential. That's what I'm like. I agree with you in principle, right? Like, I don't think this is going to be anything more than a silly little showdown replacement-esque thing that a Pokemon company is trying to do to capitalize on the popularity of something like Showdown. And we talked about that. I'm not going to go into it. I don't think it's going to be a Showdown replacement necessarily. It's going to be another option, but like, it has the potential to be so much more than just that, right? You have the potential, this is a game dedicated to battling, right? You have the potential to bring in all sorts of different things around battling. You have the potential to bring in challenges and cups, like from Stadium. You have the potential to bring in Battle Frontier challenges and whatnot, right? Like, it's possible. You could do it if you wanted to. The question is, will they? And the answer is probably no, right? And I think you make a good point. I don't think that this is going to be the next big, thing with yeah, maybe the models will be updated, sure, but I don't think that this is going to be our first look at Gen 10, like Archaic was saying. Love the guy. I don't think that it's going to be that, right? I think this is because exactly what you said, Death. It has to run on phones. It can't take advantage of all the fancy processing power of the Switch or the Switch 2. It has to run on a phone, right? So I think it's a nice idea. Don't get me wrong. Nice idea. Love it. But in reality, I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see.
There is the chance, though, and for what I'm about to say, I don't think is going to be the case. But they could make 2 different versions. So, like a Switch version, which has all the good old content that we want, and the phone version is, the basic, just the battling. So this way, you can use the phone to battle with people on the Switch, but the Switch version as well, the real content is. They could do that. I don't think they're going to do that, though.
Yeah, I mean, they could. There's no precedent for it, though, because, mobile games, like Pokemon Quest, for example, is the same on the phone as it is on the Switch. Pokemon Unite is the same on the phone as it is on the Switch. It actually runs better on the phone than it does on the Switch, fun fact.
Sad but true.
Yeah, Cafe Remix is also on the Switch, I think. And it's the same thing on the phone, right? So it's like, they could do this. They could make a Switch version and a phone version that's like a bare bones app, similar to like how the companion app works for like Final Fantasy 14, right? You can't play Final Fantasy 14 on your phone, but you can like manage stuff with your retainers and stuff, and you can manage inventory, chat with your friends. But they're not going to do that because it's easier to just be like, we're going to make one thing and port it over, so.
This game is not going to live up to the hype that it was never going to live up to in the first place.
Yeah. Feeling very "Why are you crying?" Pokemon today.
Yeah.
But also not for the reasons that
KR. KR mentioned some phones are more powerful than the Switch, which is true, but you have to look at this from a futuristic standpoint. The Switch 2 is going to be announced literally next month. Is it next month? I think is it next month?
It's April, so technically
April
2 months. But
soon.
It's almost
the point
a month
I'm trying to
away.
make is that the point I'm trying to make is that the Switch 2 is around the corner, and the point is like this game will almost certainly work on the Switch 2, but because they already announced it for Switch, like that's what you're gonna get. And although some phones are more powerful than the Switch, this is where you got to get into like some of the finer details of like RAM and memory and graphics. This and the other thing is like there are things that consoles can do that phones can't, and even vice versa. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think there's any way to like. I don't think you could run Super Mario Odyssey on a phone, for example.
No.
I could be wrong. But I don't.
It'd have to be a really powerful phone for that to be the case.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Champions, it could be great. I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I guess that's another question, right? Like, do you guys think? I'm fairly certain I know your answer, Death, but I'm interested to hear what you have to say, Hilbert. And I have some opinions too, but like, what do you think of ZA releasing on the Switch 2? Do you think it's going to be a dual release? Do you think it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive? Or do you think it's going to be a Switch 1 game, perhaps with enhanced graphics or performance on the Switch 2? What do you think it's going to be?
I mean, with the way like the release dates are, I'm inclined to think that it's going to be like a Switch 2 release. I mean, it doesn't help that we don't know really anything about the two things yet, but
Right.
I feel like it has good potential to be a Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah, I think it has potential, certainly, but I think that they would be essentially shooting themselves in the foot if they released it just on the Switch 2. I think it's more likely that they do a Switch 1 release, but have Switch 2 improvements, enhancements, whatever.
That's kind of what I was was about to say is I'm pretty sure they've already announced it for Switch, and they're not going to go back on that, so I don't think it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. But I will say that whatever they decide, they would be dumb not to offer some kind of enhancements for Switch 2. Because with this game coming out this holiday season, which, by the way, they said in the English, in the Pokemon Direct Presents, in the English Pokemon Presents, they simply said late 2025. In the Japanese one, they explicitly said fall of 2025.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Go
but to be
Meadows.
fair, November is fall, so
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is, if they want to release this game, they could absolutely release it as a launch title with the Switch 2. And
They could.
They would be stupid not to give it some kind of enhancement for the Switch 2. So, that's just an opinion. We all know that Pokemon and Nintendo don't always make the best decisions. For all we know, it's going to be the same exact game. That's just, they could just be a Switch and like, oh, by the way, you can also play this on the brand new Switch 2. And as a very much aside comment, I am, as KR just pointed out in the chat, I am almost more looking forward to playing Switch games on Switch 2 being more stable than I am actually playing Switch 2 games, as sad as that sounds.
I kind of feel the same way. I want to see Breath of the Wild in 60 FPS 1080. I feel like that would be incredible.
I don't think you're going to see that.
You don't think so? I don't know, man. The rumors are true about the Switch 2's processing power. It's gonna be pretty beefy. PS4 level.
Well, I mean, unless it's competing with the PS5, it's junk, right? That's how this goes.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Wonder if I can get an
I'll say
encounter
this
at
much.
Victory or Liberty Garden.
I think there's grass there.
There is.
You can get a victory there.
Not in this game.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, bummer.
But as a quick aside, when it comes to Breath of the Wild, I don't think you're going to see 60 FPS, but you might see a consistent 30 FPS.
Maybe. When I get my Switch 2, which
nice.
probably will not be at launch, but when I get you Switch 2, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is pop in not Breath of the Wild actually, but Tears of the Kingdom and see if it's stable. Also, hi Steel Hits Bills. Wish I still had Black 2. I lost my copy. Oh, bummer, man.
That's a shame.
That goes for like $120 these days. Also a shame is there's no grass on this island. Heck, man, it's useless. Yeah, we can get lemonade though.
There's just an Ultra Ball in one of the trash cans,
Oh, really?
I think.
Cool.
It's like one of the rare things I know about this place is that there's actually something in one of the trash cans.
For once in a blue moon, they actually put something in a trash can. Funny to me because like it's always such a big thing, like the whole like, oh, there's only trash here, but like they never utilize it outside Gen 1. Guess who has a Nintendo Switch Pro controller with Hal effect joysticks? Ooh, fancy. I also have one from 8-Bit though, but it doesn't work properly. It has drift. My third-party Switch controller has drift.
What is Hal effect joysticks?
They're essentially special joysticks that. Also, Hilbert, you lied to me. There's only trash here. Maybe it's in Black and White 1 actually.
Oh, you're right. It might be. Yeah, it is in Black and White.
I think Battle the Game Freak. Up next. But yeah, Hal effect is for those who don't know, essentially it's like I don't know the exact tech. I think it might be like magnet sensing, where like you can send the stick has the ability to sense the edge of the stick thing, the little circle that holds the stick in. It has the ability to sense where that is, and it doesn't like drift because of that. It's supposed to not drift because of that. I don't know if I totally believe it, but
my Pro Controller doesn't have any drift, which hopefully it doesn't. I did have drift on my Joy-Cons, because of course I did. And my cousin, who is a lot better with this stuff than I am, he not only fixed my sticks, but he also put some cool Game Boy themed plates on my Switch.
Ooh, fun decals.
Well, they're not decals; they're actually like the plates, like
It's like
not
physical
their
plates.
actual, yeah, like completely changed the whole shell.
Go fight Game Freak.
I want to take a comment here and actually turn it into a discussion, if you will.
Sure.
Steel hits Bills. Sorry, I thought it was Steel hits bits. Steel hits Bills says, I love using Lucario in Black and White 2. Black and White only lets you use Pokemon. Here's the thing. I kind of hope that Gen 10 does the same thing. I actually really liked how they locked you out of using external generation Pokemon. Because it kind of forced you to get to know the new generation.
I like that too. I think it's mostly just annoying. Like, when I was a kid and Black and White discourse was happening and people were pissed about that, I mostly chalked it up to just a bunch of fans who grew up with Gen 1 and, like, wanted their Geodudes and their Zubats. I'm like, bro, we have Geodude and Zubat at home, points at Roggenrola and Woobat. Like, they're all there. Like, come on.
What?
Like, stop complaining. Just use these guys instead. I don't care if you don't like their designs.
Where's my Paris? Points at Fungus.
Yeah.
And it's always going to have like some designs that are like hit or miss anyway. I mean, the entire roster doesn't have to be like super good, but I mean, they built an entire roster just for the game, and I think that was really impressive of them.
Yeah. Agreed.
And to that effect, when somebody's like, oh, but these Pokemon are just copies of old ones, and I'm like, not entirely, but more to the point, how many different birds are there out there? Like, you can have two birds that look the same but are different birds.
Yeah, why are you
Exactly.
mad about Pidove, but not mad when they had Staraptor?
Probably because Staraptor was good.
Yeah. Ooh, this one has close combat. Ooh.
Pidove is cool, but it cannot throw hands.
Fair enough.
I gotta say, so when Gen 5 first came out, and I saw the Pidove line, I was like, yeah, this seems kind of generic. And because there's so many good Pokemon in Gen 5, I didn't really have to give it the time of day, if you will. But then later on down the line, when I was like, yeah, you know what? Unfazant is not that bad. Maybe I should check it out. And then I checked it out, and I was like, wow, this thing has no moves at all.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? The only
No.
good thing is like Guts. If you can get a Guts Pidove.
Well, so this is where I have to give kind of an opinion on stuff. When it comes to certain Pokemon types, I feel like there are certain moves which kind of make or break Pokemon of a certain type. And when it comes to flying type, Drill Peck is kind of awesome in the early generations, but I think these days Acrobatics is possibly my favorite flying type move.
Oh yeah.
And I feel
so
like
good.
any physical flying type that doesn't learn acrobatics, it's like, good luck. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Where are you now?
Fly,
I am
probably.
currently. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say like use fly, but that's not really fun.
It's
Yeah.
serviceable, but it's not ideal.
95% accuracy though, and takes 2 turns. It's like you could wait so long just to do nothing. Gotta change my
Yeah,
Evo.
it's only 70 power last I checked. Whereas acrobatics without an item, that's 110.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was using Archeops acrobatics and just destroying the battle subway almost exclusively with Archeops
Oh my god.
acrobatics. Shout out to Archeops.
Fly's only 70 power in gens 1 through 3. Oh, true, actually. Bugcatcher J, I am currently in Castelia. I'm stalling, doing all the things I can do in the city before we hit the sewers.
Did you go to the garden in the city? Victory Garden? I can't remember.
Liberty Garden? I have not been there
Yeah,
yet. No, I need to do that. I'm looking for it.
Go get a Boniri.
I can get there.
I think it's through the sewers.
Yeah, I think it's
from
through
the
the sewers.
sewers.
Yep.
Oh, that's the garden with Eevee. Oh, I forgot to lock my repel lock to get the Eevee. Oh well. Guess we'll get what we get there.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go.
By the way, Hilbert, if you haven't noticed, Caps and I are yappers. So, you know, if you have something to say, you can just jump in, like, because we're not going to shut up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I've seen. Unfortunately, I'm not too much of a yapper myself, but I'll try my best. I do a lot of thinking.
Fair. You know, I've been there.
Once before. That was fun.
I mean, you know, when I ran Bulbapedia, there were good days and bad days.
Okay, so I'm looking at that park in the middle of the city. We can get there through the sewers, like chat said, or you said, I think, Death actually. And we can get some good Pokemon there. This is white too, so we can get Lilligant, Delcatty, and the Rustling Grass. We can get Eevee, of course, Skitty, Petalil. Those are the only options. And Rattata in the regular grass. So basically what I need to do is I need to go into dark grass and hope for Eevee.
You said there's good Pokemon there? I heard one, and that was Eevee.
At this point in the game, I think Lilligant, like having a fully evolved Pokemon at this point in the game would be a game changer, given that we have 3 Pokemon in our party.
Okay, I'll to be clear, I don't think Lilligant is that bad, but it's also not like amazing.
The other thing is though, if we go for the Lilligant, we have to not only do we have to deal with the 5% chance of crappy Delcatty, but we have to deal with the 90% chance of getting an Audino, which genuinely would not be a bad Pokemon to have too if as Regenerator. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
You can get Audino anywhere though. Pick a route where there's just like nothing good. That's where you get your Audino.
That's fair. I agree with you. The other argument would be, and it's a dumb argument to make because you can get Eevee here. But the other argument would be get it now so you don't have to waste your encounter later. But I agree that it's a dumb argument. It's better. Rather go gambling.
Yeah. That's just another 5% chance that you're going to have to tussle with.
Yeah. I'm really hoping we don't roll Rattata though. The thing, I need another normal type like I need a hole in my head.
Which evolution would you go for?
Ooh. I'd probably go for... I have to think. Okay, what's next? We've got we've got Elisa. Oh! That's gonna be a tough fight.
Why do people say Elisa? Is that how her name's from? I've always got a hold of Elisa.
No, I say Elisa. And also,
because it's electric Elisa.
For those who said, like, on the Bulbacast that AZ's name is pronounced as, I have never once thought it was pronounced as. Always been AZ to me, because the games are X and Y, and this game is called Legends Z to A. So, it's AZ. Canonically, it is AZ.
Yeah.
Confession, I always called them as. I did not make the connection XY AZ.
Gotta back me up here, man.
I'm actually agreeing with you.
Fair enough.
Like,
You're
I
right,
never
you
really thought
are.
about it that way. So, I might still call him
I just
Az,
hear the
but at least
word.
I know the proper way is AZ.
Yeah, I just hear the word as, and I think, yeah, AZZ. I'm like, that doesn't look very good.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a guy named N, though.
maybe he'll make an appearance in Legends Z to A. I can
Man,
buy
I
it.
hope so.
Yeah,
You piece.
how many more letters can we fit?
I want a Pokemon. I want a Pokemon trainer named Q. They should have put a guy named Q in Galar. And
I mean, they
M.
should have, but then, like, James Bond Company would be like, you're under arrest.
Technically,
They still
his
could have
full
made a
name is
reference to it.
Natural Harmonia Gropius. Yeah, why did
Just
they
like
do that?
Q's real name is Major Boothroyd.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm a James Bond guy.
I like James Bond. Who's your favorite Bond? There's a correct answer.
Roger Moore.
Wrong answer.
I mean, I know it isn't, but I'm kind of curious why you think it is.
I think Connery's better.
Of course you do. Everybody thinks
Yeah.
that Connery's better.
It's the right answer.
It's an answer.
I actually do like Daniel
Every-
Craig too. I thought he did a good job.
Every Bond fan knows that every Bond has their, their ups and downs. I can honestly say I don't think any Bond, including George Lazenby, did a bad job.
That's fair. My girlfriend is a huge Bond head too. She grew up with the movies. Like her dad was really into it. He showed them all to her while she was growing up. So, by proxy, I have to be a Bond fan too.
Hilbert, have you ever seen a Bond movie?
This might age some of you, but I think I've only seen the ones with Daniel Craig.
Oh, that's
I'm not much
fine.
of a Bond head myself, but
I wasn't alive in the 60s, but I still saw them.
There you go, Flash.
I'll say this, and then we won't talk about Bond, but I grew up with GoldenEye on the N64, and it was
True.
like, hey, this game is really cool. Oh man, it's based on a movie. I gotta watch that. And guess what? GoldenEye the movie, no joke, one of the best Bond films, possibly the best Bond film.
Really?
Like you haven't seen GoldenEye, or you just don't agree?
I think it's good. I don't think it's that. I guess it is pretty good. It's pretty damn. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty damn good.
Top 3 probably.
And-
Top 4.
And as an aside, the Rare, when they made the game, they visited the movie sets. That's why the game looks so good compared to the movie.
Oh, interesting.
But also, fun fact: GoldenEye was originally supposed to come out on the Super Nintendo.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't even want to know how they make that work.
It was. There's no information on how it was supposed to play. It was either going to be a side scroller like Contra or a light gun style, but they very quickly moved over to the N64, and it was going to be an on-rails shooter, of which there is like 5 seconds of footage that still exists of it being an on-rails shooter. But then they're like, hey, what if we like let the player move around? And thus, the 3D FPS was born.
Beautiful. History in the making.
All right, we'll stop talking about James Bond now.
We also have a J. Wait. Yes, we do in Pokemon. That's anime exclusive, right?
mhm.
I do kind of appreciate how during the thing, the Bulbacast, the anime was brought up, and my brain is just like, what?
Yeah.
Because I haven't paid attention to the anime in, I don't know, a decade.
I hear that guy Ash is retired now. Isn't
Yeah,
that crazy?
you know what? It's
Yep, happy
too late.
trails.
It's too late. they should have dumped him after Orange Islands, and given What was Gold's name in the anime? Jimmy?
I don't know.
I think it was
That
Jimmy.
sounds right.
Well, whatever they should have given, regardless of the name, they should have given Gold Ethan. Thank you.
Ethan. Yeah.
They should have given.
Ethan.
They should have given Ethan. I think Jimmy was somebody else. Ethan, Jimmy, whoever. It doesn't matter. They should have given Gold. That character should have taken over the anime, and each generation, or each generation of the anime's plot, in my opinion, should have been the protagonist of the games as the protagonist of that series of the anime.
That would be
because
interesting.
because then we wouldn't have things like 700 episodes in and Ash is like, gee, I didn't know a super effective move would work like that. I was like, you should know this by
Buddy,
now.
you
By
went
way,
to
I
the
don't know if that actually happened.
quarterfinals of the Johto League. Like, shut up, man.
It's like, I don't know if that actually happened, but I do know that when I watched the Magnezone episode from Diamond and Pearl, which, by the way, terrible episode.
Oh, rip.
I think it's funny because it's just Magnezone, but God, what an absolutely terrible episode. But there's just so many bad decisions, and I'm like, you should know this by now. Like, you've been to so many championships.
Yeah. It's just kind of stupid.
You've got all these gym badges, and he just makes dumb decision after another. And I'm sorry, I cannot get invested in a character that should know this after all this time, but I could if they replaced him at the beginning of every new season. Sorry, I just had to go on our rant there how much I hate Ash
No,
Ketchum.
it's understandable, man. I feel you. Okay, we are about to hit our Castelia Subers encounter. Looking at the table, we have 3 available Pokemon to us. We have Rattata, we have Zubat, and we have the low chance at Grimer. I would be happy with either of the 2 of Rattata or Zubat. Zubat because I think it actually has utility, and Rattata because it means we don't have to get Rattata at the empty lot, which gives our chances of Eevee a greater chance. So, we'll see.
So, Caps, I want to tell you something.
No, wait. Oh, it is a rival battle. Okay. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Crap.
No, he accompanies you in the sewers.
That's a problem. We need to kill
So
this
I think
Pokemon,
it's gonna
don't
be-
we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that then.
So, Caps, I want to tell you that it was the rival's name is Archaic.
Yeah. Been naming it
Okay,
after
just making
fellow
sure I read that right.
staffers. What?
Just making sure I read that right.
Yeah. I've had
so-
Emmy, I've had Cody, I've had I don't think I've had Dawning yet. Ooh. Okay. 2 Zubat. I'm liking it. Please don't murder them.
In my the only Nuzlocke I've ever done, which was in Black 2,
Uh-oh.
I got a shiny Zubat in the Castelia Sewers.
Nice. That's awesome.
Very good.
This is a problem, by the way. He's gonna kill the Zubat.
You gotta throw a ball, like you don't have a choice.
Oh, well. Oops. I kind of forgot about that. Well, there goes our Zubat.
Chat, boo this man.
This run is so freaking doomed, man. Fine.
Tomato.
There goes your Siri. It's fine. It's fine.
At least we can make our way to the garden.
Indeed.
Somehow.
Where we'll encounter a Rattata, probably.
Do
My
you
luck.
have shiny claws?
I do, but not in terms of utility. So it's only I can only use the shiny if it's the first Pokemon I see on a route. The good news is I do have Quick Balls. So when I get to the
Too
lot
late now.
Well, yeah, but
Oh, for the Eevee, got it.
yeah. Or whatever else I get. Okay. So drop something. Well, okay. Oh, you're just gonna block my way. Fine. Oh well. Note that encounter down. I'm gonna put in my notes, Caps is dumb.
We already knew that.
Well, now I know it.
Man, there ain't no helping you, buddy.
Zubat. Caps is dumb. Come here, I just want to talk. Bro, the allegations that I'm throwing on purpose are not... That's not improving it. It's not helping my cause.
Caps, if you don't want to do this run anymore, just stop. Like, nobody's forcing you to do this.
Could reset if I wanted to, but no. We must persist. You really are throwing... No, I promise I'm not. I'm just stupid.
Have you been to my streams lately?
Not in a while, no. I need to stop by.
I have a redeem that has literally Ash Ketchum going, I'm stupid.
I need that. I need that for my channel. Chad, I think we're gonna need to kill this guy.
He doesn't want to die.
At the very least, I can use this opportunity with Hugh in the party to really level up my Pokemon. I'm thinking we can probably level him up to like 23-ish.
Grimer!
Grimer's a
Does
cool
Grimer still
guy.
sound like that?
Wait till Elisa to throw. I mean, that's probably what will happen. Is I'll probably die to Elisa if I do die at this run. But we'll see. We'll see what I get.
Did you already get through Berg?
I have not yet gotten through Berg, but I do have a bird, so feeling okay about that one. Hello, guy.
You know what would be really good for getting through Berg? A Zubat.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
True.
Curious, much to think about. Oh, this is a single battle despite being with you. Huh.
Dude, you got this one on your own, buddy.
Fine. I'm the alpha dog here. Lillipup can't touch me. Berg have a Dwebble? I think he does. That might be a good reason to maybe pick, if I get Eevee, pick Vaporeon. But I do think I'm going to shoot for Umbreon or Espeon. I haven't really decided if I can change the time on my DS, if that's going to be legal. But I think it probably is. Probably fine. But
Yeah,
right
Caps is
now...
picking Vaporeon. You know what that means.
Stop. Stop. Not on this channel. What does Berg have?
You know?
Huh? Are you saying did you know in response to Vaporeon?
Vaporeon is my second favorite evolution.
Oh, interesting. That's
Oh, cool.
that's quite interesting. Why is that? You care to share with the class?
A lot of water types surprisingly don't have high special attack, but Vaporeon has 110 special attack.
That is rather
means
high.
It's a really good special attacker, along with its 130 special base defense, which means actually a pretty tanky little fella.
Yeah, he's beefy.
Oh wait, no, it's 130 HP.
So, chat, for reference, by the way, in challenge mode, Berg has an extra Pokemon. He has 4, not 3. And he gets rid of his Swadloon for a Shelmet. He also has a Carablast, and he has a Dwebble and a Leavanny. So it will be a tough fight, that's for sure. Only I could bring Hugh to the fight with me. And take care of things with his D-Watt.
So Vaporeon has 130 HP with 110 special attack.
Interesting. It's still beefy. Still
90
beefy boy.
95 special defense. And 65 speed, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I know from experience, with Magnezone only having base 60 speed, because for some reason they took 10 speed away from it, jerks. With a plus speed nature, it's surprisingly faster than you think. But you're at the mercy of the Nuzlocke.
I just saw this post that I need to send in chat as I was scrolling through my notifications regarding ZA that I think everyone here will appreciate. Frasia, if you're lurking, that's your post. Beautiful.
I did see this. Is very good.
It's very good. I do think out of all the starters, Totodile would be the most likely to eat the table.
Definitely.
Nothing in here. Is there an encounter in here later? Why is this room here?
Oh.
What?
Sorry about
It sounded like Hilbert died and then came back.
Oh.
I tried to sneakily switch to my other headphones because my earbuds were dying.
Oh, rip.
It was not so sneaky.
Hey, it was a valiant effort.
It wasn't a valiant effort. You trying to catch Zubat.
Hey, man.
That's true.
We don't need to bring back those terrible, terrible memories. You just gotta move forward, Unity and all that.
Yeah, speaking of units, how many have you killed in Fire Emblem?
None since I picked back up again. Although I haven't streamed Fire Emblem in quite a while. I'm probably gonna do a Fire Emblem stream this weekend. I'd like it to make it a long one too, if possible, but we'll see.
You heard it here, folks. A 24-hour Fire Emblem stream on Cap's channel.
Nah, I can't do 24 hours. That would kill me.
20 hours.
Try like maybe 6.
16 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you
This
say that
guy.
like the people don't want to see some suffering.
For real.
Will it be the suffering of the units or the suffering of me, or both?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to suffer. Like, you got your guys out there fighting for their lives, so it only makes sense that you should suffer as well.
Is it just me, or a surprisingly huge amount of Fire Emblem games just family feuds? A lot of the recent ones are, but if you go back further, not really. I think any old Fire Emblem games
Do
family
the
feuds.
clip from Family Feud where he goes, "Show me, kill, ding."
Yes,
Dude,
guiding
left.
counts. Yeah. Yeah, FE4 definitely counts. There's lots of messy crap in there. And then Engage is a family feud. Three Houses is a family feud. Fates' whole shtick is that it's a family feud. Awakening is kind of a family feud. But aside from those, I can't think of any others.
Have the recent FE games been good?
Um, no, yes, no. I don't know, man.
Enjoy food, Stormy.
Cheers, Storm. Am I forgetting Tellius?
Because-
Is that technically a Family Feud? I mean, yes, in a sense. Family Feud. Not directly, though, I don't think. Yeah,
Well,
there's
like,
that small point.
People talked about how amazing Awakening was, and people love Three Houses. But it seems like since Three Houses, I haven't heard like anybody talk about Fire Emblem.
That's because there's only been one game since Three Houses. And it was not
That was
great.
with That was with Toothpaste Chan, right?
Yeah, Colgate. I thought Engage was serviceable. But it wasn't, like, elite like the rest of the series up to that point. Not to say
What
Fate's
makes
elite
a-
either.
What makes a bad Fire Emblem?
I think a good Fire Emblem game needs to have compelling gameplay, but a good story, and Engage has one of those things. That's why I think it's... that's why I'm very hesitant to just kind of like write off a lot of the stories as family feuds, because quite a fair bit of them go into some deeper topics that are like pretty serious, especially Tellius, and Sacred Stones as well goes pretty deep too in certain regards. How much would you be willing to do for a friend who had gone astray, I guess? But yeah, I would say good story, compelling gameplay makes a good Fire Emblem game.
Couldn't you say that about like most games?
Yeah, actually, you could. I think the thing that makes Fire Emblem unique, at least the older games, the newer games, the thing that makes Fire Emblem unique is the support system. And that existed in the earlier games as well, but nowhere near as intricate as it is in the later entries. Although the fourth game, Genealogy of the Holy War, is kind of an outlier in that regard. But in terms of my opinion, I was hooked on the gameplay immediately. So that's kind of what I look for. First and foremost. And then, is it a good story? And Engage has a terrible story.
There's a fan of hats here.
Hey, Snowy. We still haven't found your strawberry yet. Still waiting on it. He doesn't need to know what happened to the Zubat.
Snowy?
Yeah, Snowy doesn't need to know.
Snowy, Caps killed Zubat.
I may have killed a Zubat. Why'd you tell him, man?
Because if you hide things, Snowy will find out, and then Snowy will kill you.
You did? I guess technically you did. You did, but I didn't stop him, that's for sure. I am lost.
That's... yeah.
Where
You know,
are we
I have
going?
the stream muted, so, you know, because I don't feel like hearing us talk, because
Yeah.
who would? But I can still hear the music in my head, though.
Ba, 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 ba. Okay, it's in the back right corner. Right? No, that's where we came in. Oh?
Oh?
Oh wait, I was kind of in the right place. Doctor. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Well, you're lost. I thought you were Caps. I can be many things. I could be a lover or a fighter. I could be, I don't know, the next big thing.
Caps is the family show.
What do you mean? I'm not quoting anything terrible.
This is disgusting.
Oh my god.
How could you do this to chat?
Chat exists for my own whimsy.
Really?
Yeah. You gonna take that, chat? You gonna take that line down? I can make you go
You know
away.
what you gotta do.
I can make you go away. Look, see? You ready? You ready, chat? Guy desperately searching for his emote-only chat button.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like literally turn it off.
No. I could put sub chat on. Then only Snowy could talk. I'm not that evil.
Shout out Snowy for subbing.
Not only are we Emmy's imagination, we're Caps' imagination. You're like a conglomerate kind of existence in a parallel universe, and we can each tap in to your existence, but only during specific times. Like when a specific current runs through my computer, aka when I'm streaming, is the only time I can tap into the parallel world that is chat.
Do you guys have a hive mind going on or something?
Yeah, something like that. To stream on the Twitch channel, you need to be integrated into the hive mind. And in order to be integrated into the hive mind, there's a very strict set of rules and rituals that you need to do. The first is you must praise Melly. Melly is our god. He's our overlord. The second thing you need to do is you need to be dumb as a brick.
So if I start
Snowy.
getting a headache, does that mean like the voices are starting to talk to me?
I think so, yeah, I
They're
think
trying to
so.
get to me?
I had a similar experience. Like the voices started talking to me, and then soon enough I had a controller in my hand, and my finger was on the stream button, and all of a sudden I could connect. I could see the chat.
For what it's worth, I am also not going to praise Millie.
Snowy, that word was fine. It's not an egregious word. This is a PG-13 stream. I do like the rephrased. The rephrased version is a lot better, though. Pump this window.
Good.
That's Melly to a T, man. High and mighty boy. Melly probably he's just got a lot going on at home, you know? He doesn't mean to act that way.
He was in the middle of nowhere.
You don't know what's going on.
I was following you around just to annoy you.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know
because
it's
he
not
loves you
going
so
on.
much.
It's anything.
He's probably got some hidden insecurities that he's really concerned about.
Can I just point out, and maybe this was explained, I don't remember it, but in Arceus, they're like, oh my god, Pokemon are so scary and we need to be like super careful around them. And yet they had specific people designed to corral and spend time with particularly special Pokemon.
Are you talking about like the Warden specifically? Like their
Yes.
the whole idea behind them?
Yeah.
I think the lore behind them is essentially just some hero had a team of these Pokemon and connected with them. And thus we have to take care of their descendants. or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because the nobles, they had like the blessing of Arceus, and so that's why they still choose to protect these Pokemon, as to not possibly defile that blessing in any
Yeah.
way.
They're so scared of God. Arceus has the fear of God in their hearts.
Yeah. But all the other wild Pokemon, they're like, yeah, well, we'll avoid you at all costs.
Wait, KR, why can't you play Wilds? Is it not in? Is it not releasing in Brazil tomorrow?
I have a bunch of friends that are just like excitedly waiting for this game, and then none of them are playing it.
Monster Hunter is huge. I didn't realize how huge it was until I started playing. It's like Monster Hunter is interesting because it's a very like specific kind of fun. You have to be into repeatedly bashing your head against a wall, gambling, and boss battles to really like Monster Hunter. Like a really weird.
Let's go gambling.
Yeah.
Go gambling, yeah.
I could play the sound actually if I wanted to. Monster Hunter mentioned raw. Hi Alex. No, a PS5. It's coming out on it's on PC.
Computer to play it.
The word "I" is banned. Right, we can't say "I" for the next 5 minutes, according to Snowy.
I mean, you're the streamer. That means you can't say it.
That's true, technically. Caps cannot say the word "I."
That.
Oh, I said it.
Yeah, third person time.
You know, the best way to avoid this is just not talk. Caps can just not talk for the rest of the stream. Sorry, Caps is still getting used to third person.
Maybe if you didn't talk about yourself so much, Jesus.
Caps can't help but talk about himself in a manner befitting of, well, nobility. Because so many tend to disparage him.
You don't have to speak in third person to talk about yourself.
It's so much easier
when.
Yeah, you could just talk about death instead.
Storm just got back in time. Hi Storm, welcome back.
Storm, what did you eat?
Yeah, how was dinner?
Aw, dang it. This was easier when Caps was not the one streaming. Beef stew. Ooh. Delicious.
Good soup.
Good soup.
Problem with beef stew is that preferences can be very varied when it comes to the flavors of it. And my preference is basically just the beef.
This guy hates everything. That was a crit.
I mean, Razor Shell does have a high crit chance.
No, Caps's Herdier got crit.
Well, don't do that.
Not up to Caps. It's the whims of the Poke Gods.
So yeah, I'm watching the stream, which is behind the voices of ourselves.
This is true. I could, well, Caps could. Damn it.
So close.
Caps could stream to Discord, but Caps is also recording to capture footage because Caps could not rely on the highlight system anymore because Twitch is dumb.
True. Also, this reminds me of when somebody redeemed during my stream where I had to use Magnemite in every sentence. and it ended up just being a 5-minute long conversation about Magnemite.
That's awesome.
It's like, want me to use Magnemite every sentence? Not a problem.
Yeah, they thought that was a punishment, but that was actually your greatest strength right there.
You activated my trap card.
Hmm.
You know, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh, and yet, I've made that I've referenced that meme like twice in the
I
past.
mean, it's pretty
couple
iconic,
days.
so yeah.
It is quite an iconic meme. They run away like Patrat. Stormy out here spitting bars.
Do I want to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh? No. No offense to
Ooh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, but no interest.
Can Caps get an encounter in the Relic Passage?
For sure.
What are your options?
Caps could get Rattata.
I mean, Jay. You know,
But
I haven't played a card game since, like, the Neon Genesis set of TCG, Pokemon TCG.
Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Not exactly. Oh, yeah, you should get a Catch and Relic Total.
Caps can get Snowy. Caps reset the timer. He's not going to reset the timer anymore though, since you've given him permission that 5 minutes is 5 minutes, not 5 minutes every time you mess up you reset the timer. Caps could get a Rattata, Onyx, Roggenrola, Woobat, Timber, or Drillbur in a Dust Cloud. Caps kind of wants to confirm his rock type now. Woobat could be a good shot. Timber could be a good shot. We've had success with Timber in the past. Drillbur is kind of the obvious choice.
I mean, Rock and Roll is not bad, but why in the heck would you want a Woobat? That's like one of the worst Pokemon ever.
Woobat could be useful because, well, Caps has had success with Woobat and Nuzlocke in the past because of the typing. And it could be useful again against Berg for extra flying power. Caps thinks he would prefer Roggenrola or Drillbur.
Yeah, you have to get pretty lucky for Drillbur.
Why are you speaking in the third person?
Snowy redeemed the word I is banned. Oh no, oops. Caps said it again. Caps is not resetting the timer this time. But yes, Snowy redeemed a channel point reward.
It forces you not to use appropriate first person pronouns.
Correct. Hey Crash, how's it going? Caps is going to try his luck at the empty lot first, and then attempt the encounter in the Relic Passage afterward.
Let's go gambling.
Sorry to hear that, Crash. I hope you're doing okay. Caps hopes you're doing okay. I'm sure the rest of Voice Call also hopes you're doing okay, too.
Yes.
Caps hopes he has an antidote.
No. Is this the game where they stopped having you lose HP as you walk?
That hasn't been a thing since... Oh, yeah, no. That was my timer for the eye, by the way.
Since when exactly?
That, I think you're correct. I know they got rid of Pokemon dying to poison in Gen 3. Gen 4, maybe?
I think it was Gen 3. I forget.
Gen 4, I know for a
And-
fact, has the ability to poison your Pokemon, so... or your
It
Pokemon
generates
take damage.
or your poison Pokemon is brought down to 1 HP in Generation 4.
Hmm.
And then it'll be cured of poison instead of fainting.
Alright. Let's check the encounter table here. I think if I remember correctly, it's Petalil, Rattata, Eevee, of course. Yeah, Petalil, Rattata, Skitty, Pidove, Eevee. God, Skitty. Please no Skitty. Please no Skitty.
It's totally going to be a Skitty.
Ooh, Caps just had a thought. I just had a thought. We can actually repel lock this Eevee. Yeah, we can repel lock the Eevee. Because we can get the Relic Passage encounter first and then repel lock the Eevee. As long as our encounter in Relic Passage is not over 18. Which it could be if we go for Drillbur. So the question is, do we want Drillbur or do we want Eevee?
Why not both?
We could go for both. I do think Drillbur has higher utility, so I'm not entirely pressed about kind of waiting for it. And if we end up getting a level 19 and we can't repel lock, that's fine. I'll fight that guy.
Getting up all this info from the Pokemon Day announcements is so time consuming.
Why is the mango poisoned? Oh, that's a great question. It got a little rotten, I'm sorry. I left it out in the sun too long. I run out of repels. Yep, gotta go back. We will get ourselves a Drillbur. Guys, when does coughing evolve? Like, not until the 30s, right?
1 sec, I'll double check. It's 35.
Who's that Pokemon?
Make us give our opinion of a Pokemon trainer. Tell us all about the wonderful Melly. Well, you said give our opinion of a Pokemon trainer, which means I can be completely candid with you about Melly. And my opinion of Melly is that he's fine. I think he's a little overhated for the bit, but past that, he's fine. Like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk, but I really don't care, man. Oh, that was Melly.
I mean, he's great
that
from a
crit.
Melly's great from a metatextual standpoint of being able to be used to annoy people.
Sure.
But from an in-game perspective, yeah. Typical annoying, not rival.
I don't even think he's the worst warden in the game. That goes to Liam.
Katsumi says she likes Melly. But
I
then
think-
Kasumi's married to me, so there's no accounting for taste.
Dang.
I think Millie's a
But I
stupid
can be
moron with an ugly face
self-deprecating.
and a big butt, and his butt smells, and he likes to kiss his own butt.
Whoa. It's a lot of talk about his butt. That some would say you might like Melly.
More like smelly.
Ooh. I don't think he would have thought that one was pretty good. Hey, there's a guy who buys the rare bone in this game for like $1 million, right?
The relic buyer.
Okay, I'm gonna sell my X items then.
I never use them.
I know that they're completely broken in Nuzlocke if you set them up properly, so I don't use them in Nuzlocke.
I think what you mean is that they're completely illegal.
Yeah, he's on Route 18.
He's in post game in Black 2, White 2. Might as well just sell it then. Buy a rare bone. Alright, let's get like 12 repels. Can I buy quick balls?
So what is the strat here?
Okay, so the strategy is, right? With the repel, it repels any Pokemon of the like lower than the lead Pokemon's level, correct?
Yes.
So if you catch a Pokemon on one route, or if you have a Pokemon whose level is greater than any of the other encounters, but there is like one or two specific Pokemon that have a level higher than that, you use a repel, it will prevent you from encountering any of the low level mons, but you can still encounter the specific high level mon. So basically here, right, put in a practical example, Eevee is only encountered at level 18 in the empty lot. So if we have a Pokemon that is level 18, then we can, and it's the only Pokemon in the empty lot in the regular grass that's encountered at level 18. Everything else is 15, 16, 15, 16, 15, 17. So if we have a Pokemon that's exactly level 18, then we can encounter Eevee by using Repel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. That is the
I already
Repel
knew
lock. But it's super useful in Nuzlocke because you can pick and choose.
I mean, on one hand, I just wanted to know what level the Eevee was at, but I appreciate you explaining that whole situation to the lovely chat.
Yeah. I do love explaining things. I love yapping. We know this.
True.
Okay.
Also, in regards to your EV choice, if you were to get one, you are going to have a guaranteed water type encounter coming up.
This is true. And you have a guaranteed water type encounter pretty much anywhere in Unova because you can get Frillish.
Or Basculin.
Or Basculin, but why would you ever use Basculin?
It has adaptability.
I suppose maybe you would use Basculin in specific instances. However, I would probably not ever use Basculin. So we'll see. Depends on what we get here, I guess, to even suggest. Because there is a small chance that this strategy backfires on us. But we will see if it will or not. Really should like run out in this area here. Most open space. Just gotta be careful of that scientist. Went for Espeon. I do think Espeon is the best option. The question is, will I remember to and/or care to change my 3DS time? Be sure to get Espeon because I only ever stream in the evenings. Man, I really hope you can get a dust cloud in here.
I don't remember.
I think any cave is fair game.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. I wonder if it's like appearing on the other side of the cave. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, at least that answers the question.
True.
I can't remember the RNG for activating these clouds. It's actually quite bizarre.
Imagine it's kind of out of the ordinary. Something to do with your step count. Like, higher the step count, the higher chance it is to activate it on any step.
I remember it took me forever to find a Drillbur when I was playing Pokemon White. But I wanted it. I got it. And I'm glad I did. Because Excadrill is awesome.
Excadrill is fantastic. Frequent viewers of the Caps Lock will remember my Drillbur from Black and White 1, which got crit to something. Can't remember. All of my Pokemon in that run got crit to things. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, we got the boy. 16. Okay, so we'll have to train him up a little bit if we catch him, but it should be fine.
Don't kill it. You got quick balls?
We do indeed. Let's go. Alright, this one's going to be nicknamed Strawberry, as per Snowy's suggestion from last stream. So we'll get Strawberry the Drillbur. Can you get the Gen 4 EVs in this game? Yes, but they're both post-game. I was going to ask if chat knew. Thank you, Storm. Strawberry. That barely fits well. Okay, let's put him in front and we'll train him up. What does he know? He's plus defense. Minus special attack. Could be worse. Rapid Spin, Mud Slap, Fury Swipes, Metal Claw.
Metal Claw's okay. You do have infinite TMs. Do you have anything good?
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, we've got Return. I don't think it's useful at this point, but maybe down the line. Maybe Rock Smash for some coverage.
A little utility.
Yeah. Can it learn Workup?
Can it learn Thief?
Not learn Workup. Can it learn Thief? I find Thief to be generally not useful. Can't learn anything.
You don't have any good moves other than Metal Claw.
Yeah, it's fine. At the very least, I could lower its accuracy.
Monster Rocks and Power Forge, Ice Rock and Twist Knot.
I think it's a shame that we'll never get a Unova region where we can explore the whole thing on the first go.
You gotta put Drillbur in your catch thing.
I'll do it in a sec. Legends Kyurem when? They skipped it! Skipped it.
Did you check this
Teased us.
Drillbur's nature?
Yeah, it's plus defense, minus special. Oh, baby.
Fine.
Alright, we're gonna go train this guy elsewhere. Train him back in Verbank.
You don't want to catch your Eevee?
I need to train it up. I need to train it up so I can repel lock it.
Oh, you're gonna use the Drillbur to... Okay.
Yes. I think once we do that, I'll probably call it for the stream. Getting kind of
Remember when I
sleepy.
said a couple hours ago that I was gonna go, and I'm not.
Yeah. Is Hilbert still here? Both of you. Like, yeah, I got a couple
magnet
minutes
pole.
spare. Yeah, exactly. It's Death with his magnet pole.
Hilbert's a person, not a Pokemon.
Hey, I'm just here because I need something to keep me sane while I keep working on these news articles.
Understandable.
Get up things that weren't even announced in the presents.
Like what?
So we had a whole bunch of Pokemon Sleep update news, like about what's coming in the next update and the update after that. And like some bonus gifts and everything. Like they've given everyone 1,000 diamonds, which is actually pretty nice.
wow.
And the Masters EX stuff, I'm probably not even getting that up until it actually goes live in game, just because we don't have the full info and there's only a few hours left, so I may as well just wait for them to get the full info rather than doing 2 articles.
Yeah, because you'll probably have to, for the polls, you'll want to have all the chances for the polls in the article.
Well, I mean, we kind of know what those are. They're standard amounts. Actually, no, it'll probably be a Masterfest get off, right? So it'll be like the 12% for any 5 stars and something else. So I'd have to see what its individual pull rate is, but we don't normally bother reporting that unless it's special for some reason.
Fair enough.
But no, it's more because like there's going to be the in-game event and like which think pairs do you need to use for the event and yada yada.
See, Snowy, I say that every year. I'm like, yeah, I don't expect much. They'll probably do mobile games. They'll maybe have one extra thing, and then they'll do whatever main series game they're working on. And then next year it'll be great, right? Next year we'll get our mystery dungeon. We'll get our new Pokemon Snap 2. We'll get our Coliseum remake GBA games on NSO. Nope. Never. We're never getting any of that stuff. Game Freak only cares these days about mobile.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but
so Archaic, you actually missed it. After Cap started his stream, we basically had like almost like our mini discussion, and
It was
one
just
of the
so I could
overarching
yap because I
topics-
couldn't yap during the cast.
yeah, and the driving complaint was how mobile sucks.
yeah, like, I mean, this is kind of a thing I've been talking to people about with champions, in that and like how that's going to affect stuff like Showdown. Like, sure, we're going to have this hardcore audience who are convinced, but this can't possibly threaten Showdown because Showdown will do this and they're not going to do this in Champions. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, they're going for a very mass market mainstream. They don't care about this ultra high end hardcore fan who's already spending ridiculous amounts of money on the franchise in other areas, probably lots of merchandise. They're trying to capture these more casual fans who probably like love the franchise but don't necessarily engage with it anywhere near as much, and they want to make it easier for them to engage with it. And because we have to remember, Game Freak is not Nintendo. They have some independence that they have wanted to do more mobile stuff for a very long time, and we're going to see more and more of it. And it sucks for those of us who are more traditional gamers.
It's not even just mobile stuff. They want to do less Pokemon stuff. That was the whole reason that Pokemon Z version was canceled, was because they wanted to focus on was it Harmonite? Whatever game came out around that time.
Pocket Card Jockey.
They actually
Yeah, I mean, fair enough that the Game Freak wanted to stop.
Diversify.
Well, that they wanted to not burn themselves out only doing Pokemon, but I mean, like, part of that was their own fault for doing like a new main series game every year at one time. Like, they needed to slow down. Going too quick was part of their problem to begin with. And if they want to have other games they work on as well and release even potentially on other consoles, like they did with some of those other games, like, you can do that. Just, expand your company so you have multiple development teams.
Snowy asks, is
And-
Game Freak actually involved in anything mobile? And that's a good point. I don't think they are, but that's not the Pokemon Presents is not a Game Freak Presents. It's the Pokemon Company Presents. So
Game
they're
Freak
gonna
is
have the
directly
mobile.
involved in Champions.
Oh,
Is
well,
the
there.
thing. Yeah. And like, yeah, okay, I should be saying Pokemon Company more so than Game Freak on the push to mobile. But Game Freak wanted to expand their horizons beyond just Nintendo, even. But beyond just Pokemon. Like, I mean, for that matter, I could almost... If Game Freak are directly contributing towards the development of a mobile game, I could easily see this being part of Game Freak's kind of a long-term plan to decouple themselves from just Nintendo as a company, even if Pokemon obviously is going to be Nintendo exclusive as far as consoles go.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, especially with the rise of like the Chinese market in gaming. And also, like, they've showed that they're willing to partner with Chinese devs and with a Chinese publisher, publisher, Tencent. I think they're devs.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, on that point, like, something a lot of people missed, Pokemon Unite is going to be a sport in the esports division, obviously, in the next Asian Games, which puts them on track to be in the Olympics when the Olympics adds esports, which, ironically enough, might actually be here in Brisbane. That would be really weird if the first time the Pokemon... if Pokemon got to the Olympics in time for the Brisbane Olympics.
Man, that to me seems like way too much of a far-fetched take. I think that they'll probably have esports in the Olympics at some point, but I don't think it's going to be anything more than like 2 or 3 games, maybe. Like, I'm anticipating something like League of Legends, Fortnite, and like...
I mean, have you
Dota.
seen what the Asian Games is doing? Because keep in mind that the Asian Games is organised by the Olympic committees of all those countries. It is basically like a one step below the Olympics. It's like a Commonwealth Games thing, or the European Games. Like, these are...
I mean, you
Like,
got
the same people who compete in the Olympics are going to be...
Yeah, but the National
Asian
Olympic Committee or the International Olympic Committee is so rigid, though. It's going to be tough, I think. Tougher, not impossible, but tougher.
Are they still playing StarCraft?
Not at the Asian Games. Let's see, Olympic Esports Series. The thing
Chat,
already
do you think
exists.
esports are going to get added to the Olympics?
Here it is. So the Olympic Esports Games are slated to be held every 2 years in between the Summer and Winter Olympics, starting in 2027. So they're doing it as a separate games thing for now, but it's gonna happen. Actually, the first one's already happened.
Yeah, Double Chickens does make a good point in chat. All it takes is a bribe in the right place when it comes to the IOC. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you are right with that one.
Yeah, there you go. Tencent would absolutely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, that Saudi Arabian investing company that actually has a bit of a stake in Nintendo and in a whole bunch of other gaming companies.
Right. Forgot about that. That was news, I think, back in, 2021? Or was it more recent?
No, there was some news on that stuff very recently. I can't remember the specifics. I think they changed their investment amounts in certain companies recently, and it was a bit of a deal.
What
But,
esport? I was just asking, like, just in general, but I mean, I'm assuming League will be the first one. But we're kind of theorizing about potentially Pokemon Unite eventually getting there because of, like, what Archaic was just saying about the Asian games having Unite in them. I did not know.
So Archaic, it was something I was going to bring up during Bulbacast, but I didn't get the chance, and maybe it's for the best anyway. But I can bring it up now. Is when I rewatched the Pokemon Presents, I kept the YouTube chat replay on, and every time they were talking about mobile games or Pokemon Unite, the chat was just flooded with boos, and people like, get this off the screen.
Unite controversial within the fandom, definitely. I mean, I think the worst issue with Unite, honestly, is just how much the HoloWare costs.
I think that's the biggest issue, yeah.
Well, initially when it started, there was also an issue of how pay to win was it?
CKR.
CKR.
I haven't played it recently, so I don't know what the situation is there, but I remember having to level up certain items or something, and that was difficult to do, and people who paid money had everything at max ranks immediately, and they had a distinct advantage. I would have to assume that's gone over time.
Yeah, it has.
And that, like, improvements in matchmaking probably mean that it's less of an issue for new players coming in. I imagine it's still an issue for, like, say, here in Australia, given matchmaking's probably not as great in terms of opportunities until we keep getting matched up against Japanese players. But then again, the Japanese and Chinese players, there's probably lots of new people coming in all the time, so that might not be too bad there either.
I mean, you guys all saw on, well, some of you in chat and also on stream may have seen during my Nuzlocke, during my region wheel, every time we got Unite, and granted, this was like during the morning US, so it would have been like afternoonish, so like still during work hours in Asia, but like we were still having trouble finding matches. Like, it was taking like a minute 30, 2 minutes to queue for matches for Unite in Quick Match. Like, that's gotta be like a sign that the game isn't as popular as we think, right? Or is it just a sign the matchmaking system is bad? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I would have said it's a combination of population. I expect that outside of I think that, is there a geographic thing where it's trying to find you local people? Like,
I think
so,
it is, but I imagine that it's probably coded so that if you can't find anybody local in a certain amount of time, it will then expand one region outward. Again, a second region outward, so on and so forth, until it finds 10 people.
Yeah, because
like throws you in the dots.
I've also got the feeling are Chinese players sectioned off from the rest of the world?
Maybe, that's true.
Certainly.
Because China is probably the biggest user base of Unite. Good point.
Yeah. So I mean, there's that side of things. I mean, I definitely get the impression it is much more popular in Asia than it is in the West, but I think it's safe to say that that style of game is much more popular in Asia than it is in the West.
I also think that if you're a Western gamer playing a MOBA, you're probably, like, it's probably League.
Yeah.
You know?
Or Dota.
Or Dota, yeah.
To answer your question, Snowy, personally, I don't think so.
Will esports ever be mainstream and treated like the NFL, AFL, Super Bowl? Yeah, I don't think on the same degree as those events, but I mean, like, I do think it is growing in popularity, and that's.
I think that will get more recognition.
Yeah.
Just not the same as, like, quote unquote real sports.
Yeah, I think esports will become more popular
It's the green
when
grass.
Yes. Has to be the grass.
when the esports are more like real sports in the sense of how to put this.
By the way, Caps, you can set yourself in one patch of grass and just turn over and over again.
Yeah, I could.
Like,
If I was
you don't
good
even
at
have to
movement.
move; just move your character.
Fine.
Oh, is Jilbur in the lead?
He is, yeah. Oh, he's not. Crap. Thank you, Aragon. That would make sense. I thought he was, but I guess I did switch him out. Or, doesn't. Don't touch that. Going down here. Yeah.
You almost made a big stupid.
In my defense, I wouldn't have encountered anything else, and I just would have gone to buy more repels. So, just saying. All right, now we need to make sure we don't kill this thing. All right, quick ball. Chat, if you would like to nickname this Eevee, please, you can shout out nickname suggestions. Any nicknames with channel point redemptions will be prioritized. Please make sure your names are stream appropriate, and also do not already they're no duplicates. Okay, you have to do this the hard way now. Oh man, it would be awkward if this Drillbur died. VVV. We're gonna go to Deleon, and we're gonna quick attack Skrungle. Thanks, Death. I appreciate that one.
I wanted something like, you could really,
Oh!
really lean on.
Well, so much for that. Come on, man. Come on.
Damn, you suck at this. All that work.
Bro, I can't even take it seriously, man. I can't even say anything, man. That's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. I could have left Drillbur in, I guess. But
You should have just kept on hitting it with, like, Mudslap.
I couldn't. I guess Mudslap would have been better, but whatever.
Or Rapid Spin, that does, like, no damage.
Whatever. Sorry, Death. Your 1,000 channel points are now sent to the ether.
Next Pokemon, you better name it Skrungle.
Hate this game. Fine. Just think I'm actually throwing at this point.
This is clear evidence you're throwing.
Gotcha. Understandable. I'm glad that you think that the completely luck-based thing that just happened is me throwing. What do we get? Drillbur. And empty lot. It's okay. We still got our Drillbur and we still leveled them up. I am going to call it there though, because I think that there's nothing that I can do that can top what just happened. So we will call it there, and we will prepare for Berg next stream and take on Berg.
Tune in next time to see if Caps throws even harder than he has today.
Tune in next time to see if Caps can actually play the game well for once. Tune in next time to see if Caps is smart. Parentheses, he isn't.
Whether he's not.
Yeah, that's going to be all for me today. So thank you guys for watching. If you tuned in during Bulbacast, or if you just tuned in during the Caps Lock, thank you guys very much. I'm going to quickly just outro out. We have lots of streams on the channel. Be sure to follow the channel if you haven't yet done so. The next one will be on Saturday. Death, you're not streaming tomorrow. Is that correct?
I am not. I'm busy.
Cool. Yeah, the next stream will be myself tomorrow, or not tomorrow, sorry. It will be
Saturday.
on Saturday. Yes, thank you. what else? What else is there? We're gonna, I don't know, also have art on Saturday evenings. Emmy will maybe be streaming on Sunday if he's feeling okay. Tune into my personal streams as well. You can find the channel down the about page. I'm tired. We're gonna go raid Tiffany. It looks like she's either wrapping up or raiding someone herself. So I'm gonna send you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, take care, y'all.
Will you throw us off? What if people have anything they want to see me stream? Let me know, because I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing
Pokemon
going
Conquest.
forward.
That's
I
a
don't have
pretty
the
good
equipment
idea.
to stream DS, or I would.
Ugh.
All right, guys, enjoy Tiffany's stream. I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.